My name is Paul Mayanja. I work with American Tower in the space of supply chain. I'm part of our regional team. So that also gets me moving quite a bit. That can be quite busy. At work, we have programs where we do full body checks. And again, it's one of those things I'd hoped I'd dodge. But for some reason, multiple reminders kept coming through from HR. And so one of the evenings, I went and carried out my checks. And I did not like the report I got. Almost everything was borderline. I would say cholesterol, blood sugar, pressure. I think it's too soon, to start living on meds for anything. So that for me is one of the things that really scared me. We used to have walks where we do 10, 15, 20 kilometer walks after work as a team. So every time I went on those walks, I would feel sharp pains, be struggling to finish even just 10 kilometers. And so I went for some checks. Initially, I was told I needed to do an ultrasound or something. So I did that, went to one of the doctors in town, and based on the results he saw from the ultrasound, he then concluded I had arthritis. And in fact, I'd started to get injections on my knees. I'm 35. So when I got the diagnosis that I had arthritis, a lot came to mind. If I had to live another 50 years, I kept asking myself, will I be able to run around with my kids? It was a scare. It was really a scare. I had to do something. When I consulted further with Dr. Andrew, he mentioned, we shouldn't have even gotten to that level of having injections on my knees. The other things we should do first, and that, of course, is lifestyle, as overweight. So those are the first things we decided to address. When I first started, I was given the facts. In as much as we tell you what to do, it's dependent on me to actually follow through. I usually tell people if something is worth doing, it's worth doing right. So when I signed up, I took that really seriously. One of the things that was clear is the diet, which I learned is 80% when it comes to lifestyle. I've also learned the exercises that work for me, that have been calibrated to suit me. After the first month, I would come in at times even earlier and start on my trainings and lifting. I knew exactly what to do, postures, the weights clearly. I'd been trained by the team at Team NAF for that. Just to be clear on what I've done these past 4 months, cardio is not on that list any single bit. In fact, the exercises are quite easy. It's amazing. It's based on the weekly plans. Sometimes it's anywhere from 20 minutes here to anywhere up, 45 minutes in week 5. You can be done, and it's nothing rigorous. It's not the heat trainings. Yeah, this is much simpler but very effective. I came in and I was 89 kgs. I've been able to drop to 77. That's 12 kgs down. My knee feels normal. I know the weight was a main contributing factor to that. Also, I had a high visceral fat, which has dropped from 13 to 9, which is now the normal range. And when I joined, I think my body age was about 65. And now that has dropped to 45. And I hope to even do better. I focus more, I sleep better. The other thing also, I've been able to build muscle over the period. I actually feel more energized. People who see me usually ask, do you actually have energy? And I tell them, guys, I have so much more energy than I had. Things like pull-ups. I was quite happy for that. But now I can do that very easily. One of the things I wanted to discuss with the doctor today is by December, I need to have built the 6-pack properly. Yeah, I need to do that. I'm not far from it. So, yeah, exciting times. It's been like a testimony for most of the guys that hang around with me on a day-to-day. One of the questions they ask me is, do they prepare the food for you? I think there's a program where they can do that for you, but I didn't sign up for that. I still had my blueprint in terms of what I can eat, what I can't eat. And these are foods that are readily available at work. There's a place we go to that serves, local food. Wherever I go to, I know exactly what I can pick I've learned to take care of myself. I do not need someone to tell me what to do in terms of the exercises, which is what I struggled with. At some point where I tried the gym, where you have to wait for an instructor and they're telling you what to do, or if the instructor doesn't show up, then that day you can't carry out your exercises. So here I do not have to be at enough for me to achieve the goals that I've set for myself. So for me, investing in my health is important to me majorly because of that saying. I think it's the best description that health is wealth. When you're healthy, you're able to do much more. You're able to give your best in the workspace. You're able to give your best in ministry. You're able to give your best to your family. Yeah, that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So I think it's an end-to-end for me. And, just being the best you can as God has called us to do.
Is there anything you couldn't do before, which you've been doing now?
Well, I guess I could fly. I just haven't tried. I just haven't tried.